name is Brittany and welcome to Somatic Wellness. We will be using some mindfulness techniques and practices using somatic theory. Somatic meaning related to the body as distinct from the mind. Using these somatic theory techniques, our goals are to live a more embodied, balanced, and empowered experience. Let's get started. Our first somatic wellness exercise is called the body scan. The body scan is a visualization technique that is used for self-regulation. A body scan can be performed at a seated position, standing, or my preferred, lying down. Feel free to use a chair, a stool, a cushion, yoga mat, pillow, anything that makes the experience more comfortable and reduces your urge to fidget or move around during the process. For our body scan exercise, if you choose to stand, make sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground. If you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes or find a fixed point on the floor, ceiling, wall, where you can focus throughout the duration of the practice. If you're seated, same thing, feet firmly planted on the ground, hands can place comfortably in your lap. If you're lying down, feel free to place your hands on your lower abdomen, or you can face palms up with hands on the ground next to your sides, or flipped palms down into the ground on your side. So the first thing we're going to do is connect with your breath. And without changing anything about it, just kind of observe how your breath is naturally, speed, and how deeply or how shallow you're breathing. Start to notice little things about it, like how your rib cage expands as you breathe in. Contracts as you breathe out. And then once we're acquainted with our natural rhythm of our breath, I want you to, wherever you are positioned, envision a orb of light above your head. If you're seated, it's going to be hovering above you. Same if you're standing. If you're lying down, it's going to be on the floor, a little bit above you. And if you can see that orb of light, start to notice its characteristics. How large or small is it? Is it dense? Are they particles of light spaced out? What color is it? Does it change shape? And as soon as you see it clearly, let that walk of light ascend until it makes contact with the top of your head. And let it fill and scan through the top of your head, over the forehead, temples, down to the eyes, down the bridge of your nose into your cheekbones, down past the ears. Start our jawline down into the chin. Down through the neck. Down to the collarbones. Top of the shoulders, the very top of the spine. That pass through the spine, through the heart, into the rib cage, still inching down the spine, vertebrae, right? Letting that descend down to the top of the hip bones. Through the pelvis. Through the femur, down the thigh, into the knee. Down through the legs, through the shins, into the heels, and out of the feet. Once you feel that light settle there, let it slowly raise up the body again, through the tissues, joints, fascia, and all over the skin until this light fills the entire body, and even expand to outside the body so that it's completely surrounded. I want you to sit in this light for just a moment and see just how far you can expand this light. Maybe you can reach out as far as your neighbor, as large as the room you're in. As large as the building you're in, maybe even outside. Next, I want you to decide what to do next with this light. We can keep expanding it out and out, see how far it can go, or we can round up that light, that energy for ourselves. Attract that back into our bodies. Or we can simply raise that light up and turn it back to that orbital light above your head. Just want to go ahead and do. Whenever you return that light, I want you to bring awareness back to your breath. And start to make small movements in your body, bring awareness back to your physicality. You can let your eyes open when you're ready. And if you're lying down, you can lie to one side and come up to seated position. If you're already in a seated or standing position, your eyes are closed, you can slowly open them and return back to your center. So when you finish with your body scan, just observe how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally in comparison to before. The body scan is a great practice to do when you're about to head to bed or when you're just waking up, since we're already in that position. And if you want to just focus on the visualization technique of it in the beginning or the end where we're envisioning this light, you can feel free to use that as well. But anytime you would like to practice self-regulation or just getting anchored back to your body, the body scan is something that you can make as long or short as you need to start, end, or continue your day. Next in our somatic wellness series is going to be the 5 holds, which is exactly how it sounds. Instead of a visualization, we're going to move more to physical, using our hands to hold 5 different areas of our bodies. This is a grounding technique used for self-regulation. So same thing, if we're taking a seated position, which I recommend, we're going to make sure our feet are firmly planted in the floor. And we'll start off with hands rested in our lap. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or find a fixed point on the floor to focus on. So as always, we're going to connect with our breath first, not changing anything about it, just observing. As we transition into our first hold, which is both hands placed on either side of the head. Continuing that steady breath. Next, we will shift from left hand going over the forehead and right hand cradling the back bottom of the head. Keeping that breath going. Now we can take our right hand from the back bottom of our head over our chest, covering our heart. Taking in another few breaths here. Next we'll shift from over our forehead, left hand comes down, over the abdomen, right in the middle. Breathing still. And for the 5th hold, we're going to bring our left hand up to the sternum, just under the chest, and our right hand to the back of the head. Still focusing on that breath. And when we're finished, we can place both hands back onto our lap. Bring our attention back into our feet, into the ground, and slowly bring our attention forward. If our eyes are closed, we can start to flutter them open. Face forward. So for the 5 holds, we can take each position as long or short as we'd like. Again, I recommend we take a seated position, but we can lay down as well as stand. much for practicing somatic wellness with me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Follow along for more, and until next time, best wishes and be well. Trampolines!